What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Nightwing issue number 115. This one is written by Tom Taylor, with art by Bruno Redondo, colors by Adriano Lucas, and all that other stuff going on here. But this is part 205 of the Fallen Grayson, the final arc of Tom Taylor's run on the Nightwing book. Once again, Bruno Redondo's artwork does look fantastic. I mean, every page is just so well drawn. So not really any complaints too much about the art. It's been pretty great throughout this thing. But yeah, so the fire happens at his own little Alfred Pennyworth Foundation situation. Dick goes back in to kind of help Heartless's butler, because obviously he doesn't know yet that he's Heartless in that, but it's really a setup to kind of have Dick Grayson lose his memory, and they're going to frame him for some stuff because they're going to try and take everything they can from him. We also get flashbacks to Dick as a child. We still don't know exactly why all of a sudden his fear of heights has kind of enacted itself all these years later, but that's just kind of the case. So Dick gets hit with some sort of almost like amnesia type gas to kind of lose his memory of kind of this, how he ended up in that situation, and kind of gets knocked out. So now they're going to take him out via the ambulance and that, including the butler, Shelton or whatever. You know, Heartless is like, oh, hey, he saved my life, he saved his life. They try to go in with the ambulance with him, but they obviously won't let him, which, you know, should raise some alarming red flags right there. Why Barbara Gordon isn't immediately in that ambulance with Dick, or following it right away, or Batman putting a tracer on it or something like that. Should be a cause for concern. That's kind of my big gripe with the issue, because, I mean, this is the Bat family. They kind of prepare for every contingency plan imaginable. Eventually, like I said, we get revealed that, I guess, it was all like a setup, and the driver was kind of in on the whole thing. They bring out Tony Zuko, and they also find out that Dick is Nightwing because he has a Nightwing mask with him. They kill the driver who's involved in, like I said, some really fantastic looking artwork, because it's the butler and that, and Shelton, Heartless, and Zuko are all kind of the only ones who know about the situation. And so they consider this an interesting opportunity, and they basically knock him out, and then he wakes up, he's got the gun, and he is wearing the Heartless getup. Now, he can jump and, kind of make that jump, but the fear kind of takes him over right there, and he's unmasked, and Dick is, of course, going to get arrested and be accused of being Heartless. So, like I said, the artwork is really good. I actually feel some genuine stakes in the storyline for once, which is something I feel like has been really lacking in this run. And thank goodness, in a way, this is going to be hopefully a story Dick has to solve fully, really on his own. Yeah, it's great. Everybody kind of chimes in to help him out, and continuously glaze Nightwing as a character throughout this run, say what a great guy he is, but I want to see him actually struggle. I want to see him do some stuff on his own, in his own book, because he's always been bailed out throughout this entire run. Pretty much from the get-go, everything feels a little too easy. Now I actually feel a little bit of stakes. How is he going to get out of the situation? There's actually, some consequences. He doesn't just get away with it right away, and I actually kind of like that. And how is, the whole Heartless situation going to get resolved? How is Tony Zuko's thing, and how is the butler? Are they going to kill each other? Are they going to forget things too? Or is that just going to be a lasting consequences that the person that took so much from Dick Grayson now knows his secret identity and such? So, and of course, with Dick Grayson being captured and apprehended, and now he's going to be kind of framed for the whole Heartless fiasco, that's another interesting tidbit too. It kind of raises some other questions. But yeah, but also, you also have the whole ambulance thing, where that was kind of like a fake ambulance driver. Why would Dick Grayson stage that just to kind of escape and just end up in the Heartless getup? That also kind of raises a few questions, and I feel like they should kind of pinpoint that. That'll probably be the way out of this whole situation. But I did appreciate the lasting kind of stakes. I felt a little bit more of a threat. We're finally in the process of wrapping up this Heartless storyline, which has been dragged on for so long. So I'm very appreciative of that. I kind of wish the Nightwing book really kind of kicked off with an arc like this. Maybe a few things you could have done, like the setups to kind of get to certain points, but there was so much of the book that felt kind of needless padding and just kind of less interesting stuff. This actually, I feel like, could have been earlier on in the book, I feel, in this run. But we're at least getting some interesting stuff, at least with that, and there's stakes. It moves at a quick pace. Like I said, a few minor nitpicks here and there, but overall, between the artwork and the actual stakes, and Dick Grayson feeling like he has some consequences and things he has to kind of work through, mostly kind of on his own, I did like this issue as a whole. So, what did you think of Nightwing issue 115? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Post your comments down below. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe to your channel for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. All that fun stuff. Next up, I'm going to talk about the latest issue of Titans, and then we will move on to the next thing. All right. Peace out, everyone.